Hello and welcome back to another episode of Cleanworks Auto Detailing. This week's episode, I am deep cleaning some worn out and pretty beat up Subaru floor mats. Now, we're not even going to mess around here. I'm going to take my foaming sprayer. I like to just go guns blazing when it comes to power washing these out. So I'm going to fill that bottle up about a quarter of the way up with carpet spot remover, then another quarter with some degreaser, and then top it off with some water. It's a super strong and effective concoction, if that's what you want to call it, that I've found that does a really good job. We're going to soak these mats down and we're just going to get to cleaning them. I'm using a drill and a drill brush attachment. This really helps loosen up those years of dirt and grime embedded into the fibers of the carpet. And I just like to do your basic H pattern, and then we're just gonna go ahead, use our power washer or a strong stream of water, whatever you got. But if you have the power washer, sometimes there's no option like on these. If you just try and extract the carpet, you're going to be there forever. This is a much more effective way to do this, especially if they're this hammered. If you are going to be using a lot of soap and strong chemicals like I am doing, just keep in mind, guys, that you are going to have to flush these out. You're going to have to spend a lot of time making sure everything is out of there, not only the dirt and grime that you're trying to remove, but as well as the soapy residue. I cut it down a lot for you guys because there's no sense in just watching that. However, I spent a lot of time rinsing these out off camera, so that's the one tip I have for you guys if you are thinking about doing this yourself. Here's something really interesting that I've learned over the years. So if you guys have a plastic tool like a plastic squeegee or just basically anything with a hard edge that's clean, you guys can actually squeegee out the excess water while you're letting the mats dry. This just speeds up the drying process. It takes you no more than a few seconds to do, and it really does make a big impact as to how much water you actually remove, because remember, all that has to evaporate and you're just making the process go by faster. So if you're in a pinch, go ahead and do that. Once you let them sit to dry for, depending on where you live, what time of day it is, and things of that nature. They can dry in a couple hours. Sometimes they can take days. It just depends on what climate you're in and where you put them. Once you're done with that, just give them a quick vacuum. I wouldn't recommend doing this with your household vacuum, but if you have a shop vac or just an extractor as well, you can just use that and you can suck up even more excess water. They will fully dry out once you actually either let them sit out for the proper amount of time, or you just stick them in the car, turn the heat on for a little bit, and they'll dry relatively fast. Right here, I found a few areas that I'm just gonna touch up. They're really quick. There was some silicone and gunk stuck right there. I cut away any sort of the loose threads and edges and basically just cleaned it up a little. These mats are well over 15 years old, so they are not going to be perfect. However, you guys will see at the end of the video as to what kind of transformation they really went through. Once they're fully dry and you guys really want to get fancy like I did and you want to make carpet lines, just take a air freshener in a spray bottle, or if you have any sort of fabric softener, things like that, this will kind of moisten up the carpet and then you can actually get those really dark prominent lines. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. I have a very exciting project coming up, so stick around for that. Make sure your post notifications are on. Check out my community tab on my YouTube channel. That's where I give you all the behind the scenes of Kleenworks Auto Detailing. I'm going to leave you guys to enjoy the rest of the video. And as always, stay clean.